So this is a quick update on the medical junk journal I'm making for my dad. And you're looking at the two prototypes. This one I came up with was the smaller one, not much bigger than my hand. And I like that it would be easier for him to handle, hold in his lap, possibly use. And then I made a larger one. This one's about 9.5 inches tall if you count these tabs. So I think I'm going with this one because he might not even use it. This, after all, is his Father's Day card. So I'm keeping that in mind. This just might be an exercise in craft making for me. Again, these are made with 3 halves of 8.5 by 11 file folders, cut down a little bit, a 1/2 inch spine glued together, and I've started stamping a little bit around the edges with my Tim Holtz stencil. So I wanted to also show you the digitals that I found. These are like old French medical sheets, and I printed them out with some lined paper on the back. This is nursing digitals. Those are cute too. This is like some lace. So I'm going to use some of this paper to line these hard pages here and then put stuff on them. But I'm also envisioning at the end that I'll have a little booklet like this that will go in the center. This is the plan. It'll go in the center like that and either be pamphlet stitched in, or I'm thinking brads would be fun. Poke like 4 or 5 holes, put the brads through, fasten them down on this side. It will hold just as well, right, as anything else. My concern was, is this going to marry well with that Tim Holtz memorandum paper I'm trying to use? While this is old looking, it has a tendency to look rather industrial. I think that's the word I'm using or thinking of. So last night I made a couple of little things. This is like a little important numbers pamphlet with some lined paper on the inside. So I tried it out against my digitals, and I think that that marries well. I think those colors look pretty good together. And you know what sells it? The ephemera. This ephemera kind of makes it blend. And I got this from this Nursing Digitals collage. I think I'm going to cut this up and continue to use it to embellish my pieces. Here's another. This is a little prescriptions pouch I made last night. It's got gussets on the side. If I put it on the pamphlet, it's going to have to be belly banded in. But if I put it on the journal base itself, it's going to fit just fine, right? So that's that update. I also wanted to show you the fabric I bought. This is Tim Holtz Fabric, and I forget the name of it, apologize for that, but I was attracted because it has the mention of drugstore, it has a prescription, it has something about ointment. The only disappointment was the images are so large, and you really can't tell that in the Etsy store. I'm surprised the images are this large, because mostly don't we buy these for paper crafts? There aren't too many of us that are buying this and making pillowcases or sheet sets, right? So I would have liked it if it was smaller, because it's going to be hard to pinpoint just exactly what portion I'll be able to capture for the front and the back. And this will be my first cloth cover journal as well, so that'll be an exciting adventure, won't it? Talk to you later. Well, it's time to share my dad's old age journal. Finally got that little front section done and added a little dingle dangle. I don't have a lot of experience with findings, but I figured out a way to make this work with just those study things and safety pins, and this is not what you're supposed to use that for, but I think it looks good hanging there. And of course it's got this Tim Holtz fabric on it, and I think this is going to help the journal not slide off of my dad's lap and also make it easier for him to handle. So the first page has a place for important numbers, little pamphlet here with some lined paper inside. And then this section is for prescriptions, and there's a prescription pouch on the inside there. Here's an appointment area. Lots of lined paper for some appointments. This is one of my favorite things to do, those window envelopes that we save forever in the hopes of being able to use them. Here's a big generous tag, Butts and Guts, that's a gastro doctor. And on the back is a stamp, and it says, "One day someone is going to hug you so tight that all of your broken pieces fit back together." That's from Tim Holtz. And then I usually put this little heart on all of my pieces, and it says, "Made with love." Put the sucker back in here. Oh, and here's a little fun thing there that's got like a page inside of it. Here's a doctor section. Great doctors, bad doctors. Notice how the great doctors section is a little bit smaller than the bad doctors section. My dad will have fun writing in that. He's opinionated about doctors. And this is a conversation my dad actually had with one of his doctors. "Me, I believe 50% of people are mentally ill." Doctor, "Oh, I think it's a lot higher than that." Love this medical paper, this French jacket. I want one of those. Here's some medical dictionary paper. Hope is never lost. Doctor, "I don't know what's going on, but he has SBI. It's something bad inside." Here's a tag with my dad. "Suffers from OA." Sweet. My dad takes sweet pictures. Advice from Dr. Google. Here's a cute wagon. I wonder if you can get those motorized. Here's a pocket with a skeleton tag and some ephemera. "My opinion matters." Yes, it does. Here's a little tuck spot, and it has lined paper on the back of it. Good food, bad food. When you get a little older, the food thing becomes an issue. Why can't I just have a taco? Vitals. Place to record temperature and stuff like that, although my sister Michelle does an excellent job of that already. Here's a fun little pocket. This is actually nursing digitals. Medications and doses. Again, my sisters are on top of that. Some more dictionary paper about surgery. The inside story. This is nursing digitals. Nurse visit log. Now that he's in hospice, the nurse will come a lot more often. Hospital sling. Code brown, code yellow. Bet you know what those are. I might try this. Big fat no. Places for him to write down his thoughts about all the advice he gets on a daily basis. Phone consultation notes. A doctor diary. Cute images. I want that satchel. Great stuff my kids do for me. He's going to need a lot of more pages than just this, right? This is a cute pocket. This little Tim Holtz medal says, "Just one life." Oops, that's private. Then we start affirmations. But before we go there, let me just point out that this section is a little insert that was tied in using a pamphlet stitch, and then also, glued in. So it's kind of separate from the rest of it. Affirmations. I am proud of living so long. My heart is full of love. Wash, rinse, repeat, right? Here's a little section. How am I feeling today? Symptoms. Lots of writing place just to write down how you're doing. Medication side effects. That's a hot subject with my dad. He's one of the people that actually reads those foldouts that come with all the medications. And he reads them thoroughly, and if there's something that doesn't seem right, he thinks twice about taking that medication. Here's extra paper. So here's a little flip out. It's questions for the doctor. It's got some tags here and here. Places to write. Here's a little tag inside this bingo card. Flip out, fold out thingy. And then the last section is for rants and raves. Probably needed more paper for this one. If you're going through hell, keep going. That's Winston Churchill. Here's a couple of little can't talk right. Tuck spots. A couple little tuck spots. Just forget it. This is a nice generous size tag. Here's all my offcuts are glued here so they won't go to waste. We like that, right? This is actually Florence Nightingale. Who knew what she really looked like? I didn't. She was a quite handsome woman. And here's the back of that Tim Holtz fabric. Got a nice texture to it. So this is not too heavy. It's not oversized, so I think it came out about the way I liked it. Thanks for letting me share.